Hi there and welcome back to my channel, the best place to build a life and business you love simply because you can. My name is Victoria and I'm super excited to be filming this video today. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how I made my first 10K online. If that sounds good to you, keep on watching. Now, when I first started out in this online space as a coach, as a consultant, I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I didn't have a clue what to do or what I was doing, but I just knew that I could do it, right? I believed in my abilities, right? And I think I had a bit of the Dunning-Kruger, bias or effect because I didn't know what I didn't know. So I just thought, oh, piece of cake, like create a course, put it online, and it will sell. That was not how it played out. So in this video, I'm going to share with you step by step how I made my first $10,000 online. Let's get straight into it. So number one, when I first started, I saw these people doing it. I'm like, you can become a coach, you can become a business consultant. I have, some experience in all my career has been most of my career has been in sales and marketing. So I do have over 15 plus years of sales and marketing expertise. So I'm like, I'll just create a course on that. That's fine. Two, I also have entrepreneurial experience where I used to import bags and shoes from China and sell them. I have sold, different products, hairpiece, different things. I've been to Dubai to buy stuff and then taking it down to Nigeria to sell. So I do have a bit of entrepreneurial background in my life, right? So I thought, it would just be a piece of cake. It would just be as easy as coming online and showing people what I did and it would be so easy. No, that was not how it played out. So when I started, when I started to realize, oh my God, there was the tech part of it. Like I had to develop a website. I had to, know how to get clients in through the door. I had no clue where to find these clients. I'm like, where are the people who are going to buy my stuff, right? So I created all of these things, all of these courses. I remember the first course that I created was how to land your dream job because I was so good at doing that. I had worked in like really good companies in the past and I knew the steps to like getting interviews with the right things to say to make sure that you were memorable. So I'm like, this is easy. I can just go on and sell it. I actually created that course and I remember pricing that course for $19 and I couldn't even sell one. Yes, this is the same me with years in sales and marketing. This is the same me who's like type A personality, know what I'm doing, brilliant and all of that. But I didn't know how to sell it. I didn't know where to find the people who needed that, right? Then two, I'm like, what am I going to do? So I found Udemy. So I created another course. I put it on Udemy and it was there. It was on Udemy. I'm like, okay, Udemy is supposed to help us bring the clients. What am I supposed to do? And the course was this. I actually gave up on that course until one day I just woke up, right? And I looked in my phone and I got an email alert for $5. Wow. $5. I had just been paid $5 for my course. Like, wait, take that in. Somebody paid me $5 for my program, which means what I have to say is valuable, right? That was the first validation of a product that I ever got. I mean, that $5 meant more to me than $10,000 or whatever amount of money I'm making now would ever mean to me. So what you need to do is, first of all, that brings me to step number one. You need to validate your idea. It doesn't matter how much exchange hands. You're only in business when money changes hands. If nobody has paid you for what you do, girl, you still have a very expensive hobby. Yes. Money needs to change hands and it doesn't matter how much. It could be $1, it could be $5 like it was in my case. It could be $10, it could be $100. Just make money exchange hands. Now, this is the way to do it. I got mine on Udemy. You could start there. You could put your, just create something not so elaborate, something really simple. Put it on Udemy and see what happens. I mean, that's number one way to validate your product. So number one way, have an idea and validate that idea. Make sure it is an idea somebody is willing to pay money to get. It doesn't matter how much it is. Once anybody pays you for that, that idea is valid. That idea is validated. People want it. You now need to find more of those kind of people that want it. That's step number one. Step number two was after I did that, that gave me confidence. I'm like, yes, somebody actually pays for this. I'm worthy. Yeah, I can sell this stuff. So I started following the guru advice. Like I would go out there. So what I did was I was like 0 to 360 degrees. So I created another program and I priced it at, I think it was $500, right? $500. And I did not sell even one. Not because the product was not good, but because my marketing strategy was whack. Remember, I'm a brand new coach. Nobody knows me online. I didn't even have an Instagram account. Like, I literally just created an Instagram account because I wanted to sell the program, right? I didn't have an Instagram account. Was very new, brand new to the online space. Nobody knows me. Like, I don't have, like, my Facebook was just for my friends and family. Like, nobody knows me online. I'm a nobody online, right? And I thought I was going to be able to just find some rando online to pay me $500. It doesn't work that way. Now, some people may be lucky and have that work for them, but it is not the sustainable strategy. So what did I do instead? Now, after a lot of trial and error and crying and feeling sorry for myself and all the like, it came down to you need to build relationships. So number one, validate your idea. Number two, you need to start to build relationships online. Start putting out content that shows your expertise, that shows what you can do for people, right? Once you start to do that, people will start to take notice of you. Now, it may not happen quickly. So this is where some perseverance and some consistency will do you a lot of good. So step number two, you need to start to put content out there. Once I started doing that for a while, I was joining Facebook groups, but I wasn't joining Facebook groups to spam them. That is the difference. This is what I see a lot of people do, and it just really icks me. You can't go into someone's Facebook group and try and poach their people there. They will kick you out. And it's not just the kicking you out part. It's just, I don't know, for me, it just really messes me up as a human being. Like, what the hell? Okay, it messes my ego up as a human being. Okay, right? Rephrasing that properly. So what you need to do is you need to join Facebook groups for research purposes. What you need to do there is be like a fly on the wall. You're literally listening and seeing the kind of conversations that is going on there. Now, you can also engage in this conversation, but not with the intention of trying to poach them. Genuinely give people assistance, right? So I joined Facebook groups, but I used that for research purposes only. I was just listening into, okay, what are these people struggling with in my niche, right? I discovered, okay, I wanted to build a business in the personal development and online business space because I was passionate about people, creating a side hustle apart from their 9 to 5. So I'm like, okay, what's stopping people from doing that? What are the kind of things that they need? So I did that. And that didn't really work for me either, because at the end of the day, I found that a lot of people that were still in the 9 to 5 trying to build a side hustle, it was not, yes, I'm passionate about it for them, but I didn't really find a lot of people that were as passionate about it like I was. So therefore, it wasn't making any money creating products around that. But then, because I was in groups like that, I started to listen to other conversations, right? And people started talking about, these were now already people who had taken the leap and were now entrepreneurs, were brand new and did not know what the heck they were doing, or had different challenges like, oh my God, I'm a coach now, but how do I write a sales page? Or how do I write an email? Or, how do I write my launch emails? I started noticing a lot of opportunities, which is disguised as problems, that they were talking about in those groups. I'm like, okay. People were like, oh, I'm not consistently posting online every day. It's such a challenge for me. I'm like, okay. So I took a note of all of those problems. I wrote them down and I'm like, okay, I may not be as passionate. And this is where I see a lot of coaches also make mistakes. We stick to the whole cliche of follow your passion. I know it is crucial, it's important to follow your passion, but there's a time and a stage for everything. When you are just starting out, it may not be the time to follow your passion. What you're trying to do is build an audience. What you're trying to do is get people to notice you're here and you have something to offer. So what did I do? Because I had the background in sales and marketing, even though I was more passionate about, personal development, about entrepreneurship, I had to take a step back to say, okay, you know what? These are the problems that I've noticed that these people have. How can I solve this problem? So based on that, I created my product. It was called 365 All Year Social, 365 days of social media posts. Why? Because I noticed that they had a problem with posting consistently to attract their clients. So I sat down and I'm like, okay, if I can give them one post per day, right, that's already done for them, all they need to do is copy, tweak it a little bit with their own voice and post it, that would be amazing. So I created that, and I also created like picture images with words on them to go with those posts, right? That was my first product, and I launched that product for $9. Yes, but guess what? That product brought in my first 25 customers. And I was so grateful for that. That was showing me, yes, people need what I have to offer. Then number two, I also took another problem. So when I did that, and gradually I started to increase the price from $9, and I priced it now to 27. No, it was $9 to $17, and then $17 to $27, right? And I sold about 50 copies of that product, right? And I was like, okay. And this was all organically. I wasn't using Facebook ads then, right? I was just marketing them on my social media pages and things like that, right? And now I also had, like, my sister-in-law was helping me as well, market them as well. Now, then I created another offer because there was also another problem. I was like, okay, maybe I can create another offer to solve the email writing issue, because people were like, oh my God, writing launch emails takes time. And I'm like, okay, the truth is they're right, because I also had that problem when I started. Writing my launch emails was a huge challenge for me. But I wrote them, I started to get more resources, I learned more how to copyright and things like that. And when I wrote them, what I did was I turned my emails into templates for other people to use. And then now that they had the templates, it was going to be easy for them to write their launch emails super fast. And that was what I did. And that product I started to sell for $27, and now it sells at $47. So if you struggle with writing your emails as a coach or consultant, I'll leave the link below in the description box below. Grab a copy of Email Sanity. It literally, helps your sanity when you have a template to go by. Because now, this is where I'm going to put this in. Writing is not my passion. I'm going to slide this in there. But because writing is not my passion does not mean I cannot provide the solution in that niche, because I have the solution for myself already. So what have you done? What have you created a solution for yourself around? Maybe you used to cook meals and it used to take you 1 hour. You found a way to, shorten your meal cooking time to 5 minutes because you don't like to cook. You can sell that. There are people like you who don't like to cook, who will buy that solution that can help them do it in less time. So I didn't have to say because I had to be the best copywriter before I could create a product in that niche. No, that's what I'm saying. You don't have to follow your passion, okay? Now, I created that product and I put it in at $47, and that product was the one that took off because I powered it up with some paid advertising. But that's not all I did, because behind that product was selling for $47. So that was like my magnet. That was like the hook. That was hooking people in. So it didn't matter if I was new or whatever. People will people want solutions, right? They don't want to see my face. People want solutions to their problems. And the moment I was able to put a solution in the marketplace, people bought it. I sold over 200 copies of that particular product. And guess what? At the back end of that, I was able to invite some of those people. So let's say not all 200 obviously came my way, but out of the 200 people that bought those products, I was able to sign up about 5-6 clients who paid a higher price to work with me one-on-one. And that was how I made my first $10,000 online. Okay, now, if you need help with more details on, because there's a lot of nitty-gritties that goes into building a system like that, because at the end of the day, you need to put those products in a system that attracts, nurtures, and then gets them to book a call with you or come and talk to you. That's where I can help you with my program, Said It Like You Mean It. Now, and because right now, I'm still working with people one-on-one. Oh, this is the best time. You have my attention, you have it undivided. And if you've been thinking about, oh my God, I'm just doing all this, I'm not making any money online. Yes, I can help. If you want to take me up on that offer, you can book a call with me when you grab Email Sanity, because that's the journey, that's the process anyway, or send me a DM on any of my social media platforms. So yeah, that is how I made my first $10,000 online. So I created small offers, and I used the small offers to then lure, attract, I won't use the word lure, it doesn't sound nice. So attract people into my higher ticket offer. And if you're a new coach or consultant and you are barely scraping by, you're not making any money online, it is because you lack a system. You lack a system. It is not enough to have your expertise. It is not enough to have your awesome products if you don't have a system that sells those offers for you on repeat. And the most important part that I forgot to mention was I did this all on autopilot, right? I set the system, put it on, and it was working for me. So that is how I made my first $10,000 online. I started with tiny, small offers and grew my way up into getting those high ticket one-on-one paying clients coming in. Now, if you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments what you found helpful. Are you going to be implementing the strategies of starting small and growing big? Because we can't just slap on a price tag and expect people to just pay us when they don't know us. We have to nurture and build relationships with them. So step number one, validate your idea. Have somebody pay you. It doesn't matter if it's $1, $5, $10, $100. Validate your idea. Step number two, you need to start small. You need to start small. Go and listen to what people are struggling with and create products, tiny products around that. And that is what I help people do. That is what I help people do. That's my expertise. I love to do that because it just gives you that roadmap on how you can break out as a brand new coach or consultant. And guess what? You don't need to have an email list for this strategy to work. You don't need to have raving testimonials. I didn't have any of that. You don't need any of that for this strategy to work. You just need to be ready to create an awesome product and a sales system that sells it for you on Autopilot. Let me know in the comments which of these strategies you're going to be implementing, if you have implemented them, or what it is you're struggling with. What would you like me to talk about? Like I said, my expertise has been in sales and marketing, personal development. I love Jesus. I talk about that a lot, spirituality. Let me know in the comments what you would like me to talk about next in my next video. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Ciao, ciao. Remember, you can build a life and business that you love. Ciao.